Welcome back to Travel Show Live. I am Eric Hastings, and yes, we are actually standing up. We don't do this often on this program. However, I thought it was important to, we're going to do part 2 of our series here. If you missed the first part, it was last week. It was how to pack your carry-on bag. Well, this week we're going to talk a little bit about your checked luggage. And the reason I want you to do this, I do want you to upgrade your luggage, because your luggage can cost you not just money, but it can cost you a lot of headache if something were to go wrong. Now, as we talked about last week, now today we're dealing with TravelPro, and this is their MaxLite series, both in rollerboard and in rolling duffles, which is down there. We'll get to that in just a few seconds. The reason we chose this is because of its durability, I should say would be the word, but also because it's a name brand that's been around for over a couple of decades, so they probably have a pretty good idea of what they're doing. We're going to start first with this is the 28-inch expandable and the 25-inch expandable. These are called rollerboards. You see them all over. Now, these are the black ones. They come in other colors. I chose the red ones to travel with just because, frankly, there's a lot of other black luggage out there. What you'll find, too, a little tip here I would recommend is to tie a little string or give a little identifier here right on this, both on this handle, and then because this is the latest in innovation, they also have a handle here on the side. I would recommend tying just a little bit of a string there to help you if you do choose black, which, whatever, it does help not grab somebody else's luggage. On the back of this, I wanted you to notice this. This is also key. You can see they've got a couple of design things to pay close attention to. This helping not really when you're using it per se, but when it's being used by baggage handlers, when this luggage is flat on the ground, it helps protect this. Now, this stuff is covered with something called DuraGuard, which helps protect this nylon fabric. But anyway, I wanted you to note this. I always put a business card out here because it doesn't have my home address on it. It has my work address on it and my work phone number and my name. But also, I put one of those inside my luggage as well, as it may fall out or whatever the case, or they want to know what's inside. A couple of things I like about this one as well is this protects this mechanism when you're not using it. That, of course, is your expandable. Good design here. That's something to look for. Now, again, you can choose TravelPro. There's lots of other brands out there. But I have to say, you kind of get what you pay for. You know what I mean? I don't, no disrespect to brands that aren't charging as much, but that's just it. That's all there is to it. This also is, these are also good for, the thing you got to watch on these, you got to weigh this luggage. Now, this weighs, I think, around, 11 pounds for the 28, and this weighs about 10 pounds or so. Most of those allowances are around 50 pounds to 70 pounds. Sometimes they're combined. Yeah, that does vary per airline. It also varies per airline in terms of international travel versus domestic travel. It also depends upon what class of where you're sitting in the airplane, be it in coach or first class. So pay close attention to the baggage allowances and the weight allowances. You've got to weigh this stuff at home before you get to the airport. Not just on your outbound trip, but also on your return trip. As you picked up, the rum from Jamaica or whatever it is you may be stuffing in your checked luggage. Also, good idea to check with TSA as well. You can do that at tsa.gov is the website to make sure you're not carrying any prohibited items into the country. So that's very important. Now, again, that's why I chose these are expandable, which is very important. They have what's called a honeycomb design on the inside, which helps for durability. As you can see, it's pretty standard. Something I want you to, we pointed out last week, we were talking about lots of different compartments, which I like. Different mesh compartments makes it a little bit easier. You've also got these things. I don't really use these that much, but I know some people do, but that's, whatever. One of the tricks I do, I don't roll my luggage, I don't roll my clothes. I actually lay my clothes out flat, and I separate it with that dry cleaner plastic. Which also helps keeps the wrinkling down. You've also got side compartments here, which I think are very helpful in this particular model. But again, something that I want you to pay close attention to is the underside when you're picking your luggage. You can see another handle there to help with baggage handling, and very sturdy wheels. I think that is critical. Now, this particular line doesn't have those 360, you can roll this way and roll that way. I mean, it's very easy handling, but it doesn't have 4 wheels. And frankly, I think that's a good thing because 4 wheels adds more weight, and it also 2 more chances for something to go wrong with those wheels. So you've got these. Some people like the rolling duffels, which are pretty cool. Now this is the 22-inch rolling duffel. I don't like these as much. That's just my own personal taste. But as you can see, it's pretty standard where you can be using it upright. Again, it's got the handle inside here. Some people just like it because it's a little more, a little bit different than a standard boxy kind of a thing. So you got that, and there's also another. Can I go around to the table? Can I do that, John? All right. There's also the 30-inch. Hold on, I got to step out. Oh boy, watch out! There he is. All right, I'll put this down here. This is the watch yourself now. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Look, what did that mean? This is the 30-inch rolling duffel, and again, it's really dependent. It's personal taste in terms of. You can go to TravelPro.com. And learn more about where you can find this. Again, this is called the MaxLite series, and you can go to AustinHouse.com is another website where you can find out where they are sold. But again, this is a little more on the a little easier to store. Doesn't take up as much room when you're storing, but also in design. Note too, these again, I don't know what they're called, but these little buggers around here are always the thing that you find go first. And then the same durable wheel design, very important. It's just a matter of taste. And then we have this little guy down here, which I think is kind of cool for people who have to schlep around a bunch of paperwork at their jobs. This is one of the best things you can bring. So it's got this, it's got the handle that extends up as well, but it's still light and sleek in its design. So a little bit on luggage today. Adam, did you find that interesting and helpful?
Very.
Okay, otherwise we're going to have to do it again. So there you go, a little bit on your checked luggage. Just make sure you pay close attention to those weights. That's very important. And if you get to the airport and they tell you it's overweight and you're sure that it's not, you can ask them to weigh it at another scale. That's another reason why I recommend make sure, especially when you're checking luggage, you got to arrive at the airport early enough just in case something goes wrong. So there you go. Thanks to TravelPro for loaning us this luggage because that was a good segment. So, all right, we have more program to get to, so stay with us. We'll be right back.